Woof woof. Delmar Dog Life. Not in Delmar. I'm at UCSD. I'm taking a morning dog walk with my dog Annie, 11-year-old dachshund, host dog, and the guest. Guest, I still have Zuko. Zuko is a 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old Whippet mix, and he's been very good. He's been a good boy. He's relaxed a bit. Don't have any other issues with nipping or anything. He was nervous at first, and he made movements like he was going to nip, but never actually did. It's more like bumping you with his nose. But now we're comfortable and we're friends, and he's started to relax a bit. So we're walking around UCSD campus. I'm over near the student center, near the Price Center, and walking my pets this morning. This is a wonderful place to walk. A lot of open space. I keep all the pets on leashes still, because there's still rabbits and squirrels and skunks. Oh, skunks. So if I have them off leash, they might start chasing one of the rodents or skunks, and I can't find them. So it's still, even though there's lots of space, we're going to stay on leash for this walk in the morning. So yeah, Zuko has been pretty fun. He was timid at first because he really didn't have too much time to get acquainted before being dropped off. We met once for 15 minutes. We didn't have a play date. Sometimes I'll give a play date. I'll include it. I don't charge them because it helps me if they have a play date. If they come and stay for a play date, then it's a lot easier when they come back for the overnight stay, because at least they've hung out with me for a few hours. So I don't even charge for play dates. So let's see. Previous Music Center is to the left, and I've got to head up towards the library, the Geisel Library, Dr. Seuss's library. So now, okay, I have a sponsor, T-Melia Tea. Teamella. Great tea, great life. Teas shipped to your home in the U.S. Okay, link in the description. So, going on r/WagWalker, r/WagWalker on Reddit, there has there's a comment, as a post. A dog bit me. So a Wag Walker, I guess, was sitting or boarding someone, and a dog bit my face and ears and lost $500 worth of gold jewelry in the mix of it. My face is fine, just a little bruising. I am more concerned about the jewelry I lost. Should the owners pay for it? How do I go about this situation? Please help. So, getting bit by dogs. So, this is just like a necessary evil. If you're a dog walker, if you're a dog sitter, any sort of job involving caring for the animals in any capacity, this is kind of a necessary evil. And for getting bit, so, first point I would say is, how did the meet and greet go? Could you see these signs at the meet and greet? Did the dog take food from you? Did it let it hold you? Did it let it guide you on the leash? These are all a bunch of precursors. Ooh, I see a rabbit. Just ran across. They both see it too. They both see the rabbit, and that's a reason why. The reason why they're on leash is because of rabbits like that. But so, going beyond that, new sitters, didn't the meet and greet. Let's just assume there was no signs of aggression at the meet and greet. Even though there probably were, but let's assume let's just say, go with it, and there weren't any signs in the meet and greet, and then you're watching the dog, and then the op is not really giving much details about what led up to the biting. What was the incident that triggered it, and what the situation was. So I don't really have that bit of knowledge, but to say, okay, was it feeding? Was it walking? Was it putting in a crate? Was it moving it from room to room? Don't know. Here we go. We're getting at the steps of the Price Center, the backside. There's a food court over here. They opened a bunch of good new restaurants. They have a brew pub and a pizza place. And the Thai food's really good. The curry there. I really like eating on campus here. So the dog bit her. We'll just move forward. The dog bit her in the face, and now she's saying, "What should I do? Should I, definitely you're going to have to notify the owners." And she's saying, "Oh, should I ask them to get my jewelry back? To pay for the jewelry?" And that's probably not going to happen. I feel with items, you're on your own. You have to accept some liability. There's just some, the hazards. You have to accept the hazards with this. And you're wearing expensive jewelry with around, handling animals that are jumping and moving. And so I'm guessing it probably broke a necklace. And so as far as the jewelry would go, I don't think that she's going to get much beyond that. So people were mentioning, okay, there's insurance. There's insurance for this. The insurance is for the owner. It's not for us. We cannot personally claim the insurance items on us. It's kind of insurance is to keep us from getting, maybe it will cover a veterinarian cost. The insurance is for covering emergency costs. It's not specifically for items. So that's kind of that's not going to work. Here's a good Target. The Target at the UCSD. It's it's one of the smaller Targets, but this one is my favorite Target store over here at UCSD. It's kind of a pain to park, but it's never super crowded, and they always seem to have stuff that I need here, even if it's not like the amount. I'm loving Target over here. So definitely you're going to notify the owner about things. So the liability of accepting, getting a dog bite. So dog that you accept, you have to consider, are you going to be able to handle that dog at its worst? And that means when it shows aggression, when it's being unwilling, when it's just kind of angry at you. You have to be able to accept that you're going to be able to control that dog at its worst. And so if the owners have not mentioned that before, if it's ever, they're going to hide a history. It's never bitten anyone. No, it's so nice. Actually getting aggressive to a person, and to the point where it bites you in the face, and it's a full facial bite, and it was a real bite, or just probably a one-time attack. But if it's going for the face, that dog, you're going to have to notify the owners, notify WAG. They'll probably just keep asking you to watch it, if they even respond, because I haven't really heard much about WAG's support. So if they respond, they're going to expect you to keep it there, and you should be expected to there because you accepted the responsibility of watching that dog. So we walk past the Target. Here we are at the Price Center. The fountain's turned off. I think I'm going to come back over here for a picture on the way back. And this is the plaza for the Geisel Library. There's really no recourse for this person. I've been bit many times by dogs. I have a weight limit, but I've watched bigger dogs, and I'll only watch a dog if I really feel like I can control it. It's gonna let me control it, or if I feel like I can give it instructions that it'll follow. You know, that I'm going to be able to get it to comply within reason. You know, using all the appropriate methods of compliance to live in our home peacefully. So, getting that money back for you shouldn't be wearing this jewelry, honestly. Why are you wearing such expensive jewelry? I don't want to blame the owner. I mean, I don't want to blame the sitter. But she's leaving out a lot of details. I'm guessing it's a woman because it's mentioning jewelry, leaving out a lot of details about what led up to the biting, what could have been avoided. You know, a lot of things like your home, the way you set up your home. Do you have baby gates? Do you have a separate area for a timeout? Where do they feed? Are they feeding, with other dogs? All this was left out, but it can be watch out. Here's some going by in a scooter. All these things were left out, of course. So, second, the longer you work doing dog sitting, doing dog boarding, you're going to have to learn from these mistakes and understand the lessons that you have it. So, if you're worried about the dogs biting you, I would maybe consider the size also. Maybe you're watching dogs that are too big for your particular experience too. So, do you have a weight limit? Consider reducing the weight limit if you think you can't handle a bigger dog. So the dog is so big, and if it jumps on you and it's a large dog, it can do a bit of damage. But if you were you prepared for that, or you could be prepared to be able to watch a bigger dog. So Zuko here, the second time that I met him when he was getting dropped off, I tried to put the harness on, and he moved his head real quick and he bumped his nose. It wasn't a bite. There was no teeth involved. It was like headbutted me. Like, what are you doing? And he so here's this lounging area. Look, they've got sculptures of people hanging out in a chair, and then some chairs. These awesome recliners here. So that things to consider: size, the way your home's set up, how you feed them, if you're able to separate them, things like that. That's all going to play into how if a dog bites you or not. So consider keeping up your knowledge in that area. Listening to actually trained people. Don't listen to me. I am a humble dog walker. I have no actual dog training beyond trying to keep them from escaping off of a leash. And this is the walking training that I have. This dog is getting weirded out because the trees have speakers that play noises. The trees have, and it'll play not necessarily music, but like poetry. Whoops. The trees play poetry, or just sounds, and there's like owl sounds too. So the dog Zuko keeps hearing it, and it's weirding him out. Okay, T-Amelia tea. Great tea, great life. Green teas, black teas, caffeinated, milky powdered teas, matcha, uh, herbal teas, non-caffeinated, chamomile. All these teas shipped to your home in the U.S. High quality teas. T-E-A-M-E-L-L-I-A. T-Amelia tea. Great tea. Great life.